Oh, before I get to the fucking ending, that shit pissed me off. Those little kids, I know they're little kids, but they're fucking little bitches. Y'all, I just finished Stranger Things Volume 5. I mean, y'all, I just finished Stranger Things 5 Volume 2. And low-key, just... It wasn't as good as the first half. But I'm also so scared because it wasn't as good as the first half. I'm like, oh, okay, so they're setting me up to die during the finale. They're setting me up to die during the finale. Like, after Volume, like, 1, I was like, oh my god. And now I'm kind of like, okay. If you didn't watch the fucking second volume, get out of here. Because I'm gonna start spoiling this shit. I'm gonna spoil this shit to the max. To the max. So leave now. Because what I'm about to say actually made me sick to my stomach. Because why are we running through each room? Each room has a pregnant woman. Each pregnant woman is getting infused with blood. I'm sick to my stomach. We had to bring in pregnant women. We had to bring in multiple pregnant women. And make another secret government program. So that's what the shit that pisses me off. Because it's like, oh, the government's like, ah, she's evil. Ah, da, 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 da. Just to turn around and do the same shit. Don't fucking piss me off. Like, don't fucking piss me off. Oh my god. And then on top of that, Nancy with the fucking gun. Like, Nancy, I love you, but why? This is the one time, Nancy, do not shoot the gun. Do not shoot the fucking gun. I literally thought when she shot that thing, I was like, they're done. Thanks a lot, Nancy. Thanks a lot. And like per usual, Hopper's pissing me off. With like, maybe he's like kind of right about Kali, and like maybe like she is a little suspicious, because like everyone was saying, like all the cast was like, oh, there's gonna be a traitor, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's her, because like she's saying, this is me jumping ahead, she's saying like her and 11 need to die for it to end, but her blood didn't work. Like they tried it, her blood didn't work, so technically she's kind of useless to them, you know, and they're trying it, but like it's really not. So I'm like, maybe in that sense, like I can see her betraying 11, Jane, you know what I mean? I can see her betraying Jane, because it's like, damn, like my blood didn't work but yours does. You're really close to Henry, so like let's do it together. But then like we really don't. That's not actually, like, you go first, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I guess in that sense maybe that's the betrayal, but then I'm really not sure. I really have no clue. Like this way that the volume 2 was set up really kind of just set up like a whole new story. It kind of felt like whatever. Like it didn't really feel like, oh my god, even though I was like, what's going on? Like it just didn't feel like everything was like clicking, like all 5 seasons were clicking. Kind of just like, okay, like this is like the next thing. Like it wasn't like the first half where it was like super emotionally charged. I think they lean more into the horror jump scare aspect of volume 1, but then like they try to keep it for volume 2, but it was like very minimal, and like it was less emotionally charged. Like okay, like the first half was like super like, oh my god, we're here, this is all this that could happen, what's gonna happen, where does this lead us, oh my god, like here we are with Will of Power. So it's like a bunch of surprises and a bunch of like, oh my god, what does this mean? So compared to like volume 2, where it's like, okay, like we're here now, so what's next? Boom, wormhole, okay, I guess so. Boom, all these things could happen, and like a lot of people are giving confessions, and some people might die, and I'm like, oh my god, don't die. But then I'm also like, okay, like wait, so now nobody died, and now where are we? Like literally, where are we? I feel like we started again at the beginning, where it's like, okay, like now we have like a new, like a bunch of new players, a bunch of new players, and then we're kind of like here. I don't know, like it just feels super like anticlimactic in a weird way, despite so much has changed. Do you know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, because I did almost cry. Like despite all I'm saying, like I did almost cry, because obviously I care about these characters. When it came to the last episode though, that's when I was like, wait, or I think it's like the ending of the second to last episode, so end of episode 6, I think it was like the ending of that, and then a little bit of episode 7. But like episode 6, when they got Max, and I was like, Max, you better run. This bitch did not run. Why didn't she? Like I still don't get it. Like if it's me, I'm running. Why are we walking again? Why do we keep walking? Why are we walking? Now it's not the time to walk. Now it's the time to run. And then when Max, when she turned around to Holly, she made her go through this whole journey. She was like, you gotta come, you gotta do this, like you need to escape, we can escape together. The whole time everyone was talking about, oh, Max is gonna sacrifice herself, oh my god. The girl said, I'm gonna have to leave you here now. You're gonna have to find your own way. That was crazy. Because what do you mean we went through this whole journey? We escaped Vecna, we ran, we hid, we fought. Just for you to tell me in this place that I don't know, this place of like, where the fuck are we? You can't bring me there. Where am I supposed to go? Like, she's lucky that portal opened for her. But then at the same time, like, where did that portal lead her? To nowhere. And then I was just like, what the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? And then why, at the same time, they say, oh, we have Holly, we have Holly. You didn't have Holly, though. You didn't have her. So what the hell? I was just so confused. I'm like, what is happening? But maybe I just didn't, like, understand. I don't know. What I can say, though, what did, at the end of all this, really redeem everything? Lumax. Lumax. Fucking Lumax. Oh my god. My boy Lucas. Lucas. He has my heart. My boy Lucas. Literally grabbing her, taking her. Like that whole scene when Robin was like, oh my god, Lucas. They're coming after you. Ah. I was like, oh my god. Karen, Miss Wheeler, stay in your fucking bed. Just stay there. But of course she had to take care of her babies. She had to take care of her babies. Lucas picked up Max and saved her no matter what. He was gonna protect her no matter what. And then Miss Karen was gonna protect her babies no matter what. And I was like, you know what? I could cry right now. And he did not let her go once. And he didn't want to turn up the music. And I was like, oh my god, they're literally gonna die. But thankfully, Mrs. Wheeler pulled through. Mrs. Wheeler pulled through. Because I was like, I cannot watch all these people die. I literally can't watch these people die. I can't. Like, not these 4 people. Not these 4. I made a joke when Will was like to Joyce, like, I have to tell you something. I gotta tell you the truth. And then Mike came in. I was like, bruh, not this dude interrupting. And then I was like, oh, might as well. Actually, you need to sit down too, sir. And then he was like, actually, you need to hear this too. I was like, oh, I'm getting the words taken out of my mouth. And then I was like, might as well bring everybody. And then he was like, actually, let's bring everybody. I was like, okay, so am I writing the script or what? Am I Will or what? But that actually took me by surprise. I was like, oh, like, we're doing this for everybody. Because like, some people don't need to be here. Like,
Yeah, looking back now, I'm kind of like, that wasn't like the best scene. Like, it wasn't like the best coming out scene. Like, did I feel emotional to it? Yes, because, you know, I've been there. But like, I just don't, like, I've seen people say like, oh, it's basically him being forced to come out. I don't see it that way necessarily. Could it be seen that way? Yes. But I just think there's also an opportunity to see it as like him being empowered to come out by taking control back from Vecna's power of being like, oh, okay, like, I'm gonna do this to you. And he's like, no, I'm gonna do it my own way. I think there's empowerment in that. But I just think that the scene itself wasn't good. Like, I think if, like, there's too many people, like, there's so many people there that don't need to be there. Like, it's too many people and it just doesn't make sense. Like, I think if the scene was split into 2, it would have been like emotional or more like intimate, better. But I don't know, like, because Jonathan and Nancy, they had their scene, right? It was emotional, it was sweet, like, you know, it was this whole thing. I felt more for that than the actual like coming out scene, and that's something I relate to more. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like that shouldn't be like that. That coming out scene should have been the more emotional one of the 2. So like, I feel like they split if they split Will's coming out to like him coming out and then him having that conversation about like, oh, my Tammy, my this, because it's like, on the coming out scene, half the people don't know who the fuck Tammy is. Who in the fuck are you talking about? Like, who the fuck is Tammy? Like, what? Like, to the people in the room. Like, if we had to have the people in the room, just have the coming out scene. Be like, this is what's happening. And like, I can see like, oh, him having to come out to those strangers being a force coming out, because it's like, he don't gotta out himself like that in the 80s to strangers. But if it was like just his intimate people, like his people he knew, then it would have been more of like an empowering scene. But I think mixing it all together of strangers, big ass room. Like, if it was a small room, it would have been felt more like vulnerable and more intimate. But instead, it feels like crazy. Like, I'm announcing it to the whole world and feels like it's being taken away. You know what I mean? Compared to if it was like a small room with just the people you know, you're coming out, you're taking charge, and then having that conversation about Tammy to whoever, like Mike or whoever it would be, like, that he wants to have this conversation about like, oh, I'm doing this because of this. You know, like, it just doesn't really like come across well. I don't know. It was weird.
and then Robin just nodding her head, encouraging. I was like, oh my god, like, Robin. I love Robin and Will. I think they're like the sweetest like little pairing. But I'm like glad like Will came out, everyone hugged him. I was like, oh my god, they're all hugging him. But the one thing I know is, I'm like, Hopper, that's your stepdad. Why didn't he say nothing? Not that he's required to say nothing, but I was like, that's kind of interesting. Like, okay, homophobic. Even though I know he's probably not homophobic. But like, I'm just like, that's kind of funny. Like, he didn't say nothing, but whatever. Yeah, then it ended. Then the show was like, boom, we just going into like the upside down, and then I think that's how it ended. I don't remember. Oh, the cultish ending. How could I forget, actually? Because when I was watching, I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Holly's at the table, at the end of one table. Mr. Whatsits is at the end of the other table. Oh, before I get to the fucking ending, that shit pissed me off. Those little kids, I know they're little kids, but they're fucking little bitches. They're little bitches. I hated that bitch with the glasses talking about, I've been her best friend. I'm her best friend. And she's the second best friend. Bitch, you was choking her with her own necklace. And that one little kid pushing her down the stairs. Oh, if I could get in there, woo, what bad little kid. Like, I know they're under spells. I know they're like under manipulation, under this cult mind, high mentality, but still, like, that should just piss me off. Like, Derek, he's like justified, because at first I was like, stand up, but then I was like, okay, like, he has reason to, you know, his parents, like, he's scared. He's at the end of the day, he's a little kid. The rest of them, I don't care if they're little kids, they need to be like, I just love when people wake up and they realize like, oh shit, I fucked up, this person was on the group. Yeah, you fucked up. So I can't wait for those kids to wake up and be like, oh shit, I'm fucked up. But yeah, that was volume 2, and I'm ready for that fucking finale. I'm ready to be in that theater. I've never actually been to a finale that was in theaters, so I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of this shit, because I'm like, no way, what the fuck is gonna happen in these 2 hours? I really don't know who's gonna die, because nobody died. I thought somebody was at least who's gonna die, so I can be like, okay, like, they died, so I know who's gonna die next, like, or I'm gonna like emotionally prepare for it. Nobody died, so what does that mean for the finale? I'm about, you die, I die. Shut up. No. No. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you at the finale. Bye.